Sound.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her model she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Chris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, what's underground, frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a...
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Jackson now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And his first look is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll buy some time right. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. The give is to Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Here's Newton. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Addison able to drop him for a loss of a couple. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter. And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing. Now a hit and a loose football. And that's what friends are for. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later. Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch it now, Marty. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
A give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Avoids him at the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gone!
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked...
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Quan Alexander in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his 1st interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that said,
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there, 77 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose the play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Taking it about the 16. A minute 52 left to play in this second quarter. Back with more from Charlotte after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Flushed out right. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second down, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He finds Humphreys. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 6. A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gano's kick is right through. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Carolina. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Newton. Just has it complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The Bucs want Jones to take this running back job and run with it, literally and figuratively, as he's back there on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Let's rock now.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On 1st and 10, Newton flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. On those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Set. 319. 319.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one.
Bell.